and providing that insight. Of course, as diplomacy becomes an option, we will bring you all the updates from the boardrooms, but also from the battlefields. We now move to another conflict, and Russia has launched a massive overnight drone and missile assault on Ukraine, killing 3 people and wounding 6 in the city of Dnipro and surrounding areas. Ukraine's Air Force said 235 drones and 27 missiles were fired, out of which 25 and 10 missiles struck 9 targets, causing widespread damage. Regional Governor Serhiy Lysak called it a terrible night with burnt vehicles and shattered apartment blocks. With that, Russia also launched ballistic missiles against Ukraine overnight, with the heaviest attacks targeting Kharkiv, Dnipropetrovsk and the Zaporizhzhia oblasts. The bombardment left parts of Kharkiv without electricity and damaged key civilian infrastructure. Emergency services worked through the night to control fires and assist the injured. Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky promised retaliation, saying Russian military hubs and airports should feel real consequences. As a result, Ukraine has struck deep inside Russian territory, with drones targeting the signal radio plant in Russia's Stavropol region, some 500 kilometers from the front line. The facility is a key part of Russia's military-industrial complex, making electronic warfare gear. Ukraine's security service said the strikes damaged critical production sites, delaying equipment output and systematically reducing the enemy's war potential. Well, with us, as always, a pleasure to have Glenn Grant on the programme, a defence expert who is joining us from Riga, Latvia. Glenn, thank you for taking the time. Thank you, of course, in the face of uncertainty, further strikes. We've spoken so many times on this programme about a potential for peace, a third round of talks that have taken place, but the strikes continuing. Let's look at the Russian strikes on Ukraine first. What's the significance of further strikes on regions with civilians living there and potential casualties and incidents of homes being destroyed, which we may yet get more information on?
I think you've got to look at 2 things of this. Firstly is that they are spreading the terror around. They're not just concentrating on those places that are closest to the border and Kiev, but actually making sure that just about every town gets its fair share of death and destruction, and it's just pure terrorism on that side. The second thing is that, of course, there is an aim, a very clear aim from the Russians, to make sure that every week or so they do their best to burn up the defensive missiles and defensive systems that are available to Ukraine, and then put in one of the massive attacks, knowing that Ukraine does not have the capacity to deal with everything. So I think we're in one of these almost quiet phases at the moment, where they'll send half of what they could send. And I think we can expect sometime in the next few days one of the large attacks coming in that is difficult to deal with.
Yes, and Glenn, let's look now at the reported Ukrainian strikes hitting deeper within Russia, around 500 kilometres. Is this potentially a signal from Ukraine of acknowledgement that this war is not getting over anytime soon, and that real action on Russian infrastructure is needed to try and limit assaults on Ukrainian territory?
I think you can look at it like that. I mean, clearly the attacks on Russia, deeper into Russia, have been going on now for many months, but they're not having the expected return that people would like yet. Maybe they need to go back to attacking the energy and attacking the oil rather than attacking defense systems. But they are Ukraine is using all the systems that it has available to attack Russian defense and energy systems. And I note again, they're not attacking civilians.
Glenn Grant, unfortunately, I wish we had more time to discuss the latest developments. Of course, comments from the United States and China at the UN as well. But unfortunately, we are out of time. Thank you ever